Hey, what's up everyone, Vortex here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, it's been a hot minute since I made any video. I've been busy with some other stuff and I decided that it's time for me to make another video for you guys. And as you can see in the corner here, maybe you don't see it, but I will move my camera. Look at this beauty here. We finally got Marius. Let's collect him. And what we're gonna do in this video, guys, we're gonna talk about a little bit some tips and tricks that I've learned so far. While I was farming for Marius, and I'm gonna give you a bunch of ideas and a bunch of tips and tricks on how to get him easily, hopefully. Now, obviously, it will depend on your account, whether you're a free-to-play player or a spender or endgame player, whatever, you know. So some of these tricks might not be the same for you as for someone else, right? But let's collect Marius. Yes, please. One Marius the Gallant for me. Now, this is Marius the Gallant. We finally got him. Arguably one of the best champions in the game. Let's go. I don't think it needs a showcase. I mean, there's been a lot of people, content creators, everyone is talking about him. They showcase him. So I actually did a guide on him, I think a while back, like a couple of months ago, I think. Even more than that. It wasn't on my account, it was on someone else's account, so I talked about him, I showcased this guy, but I don't think there's any reason for me to talk about him right now. But let's talk about why he's probably the best champion in the game. Not probably, for sure the best champion in the game. He has an A3, he's placing an increased accuracy, defense on everyone. He can stun some people, he gets an extra turn. A2, enemy max HP, 3 times AoE attack, decrease the duration of the buffs on the enemies, and an A1 that AoE A1, and can place Enfeeble. Enfeeble basically makes the enemies weak hit, and he is immune to turn meter and decrease speed, so he will counter attack whenever an enemy try to manipulate his turn meter, and he also counter attacks whenever a mythical will try to turn into his second form. So basically that's all about him. There's nothing crazy about him. He's just good, right? He hits like a truck. He's very strong. He's very tanky. Almost 20k HP. A little bit over 1500 defense. So 110 speed. Like, he's pretty good, great champion, right? Now, before we go to talk about the tips and the tricks and all I need to talk about, let's first pull some soul stones. Let's see if we can get a soul for him. Now, I've been farming one of the missions is to farm 80 essences from Iron Twins. So after 2 weeks of farming, I would say maybe less than that, I ended up with 35 mortal soul stones. So why not try to get a soul for him, hopefully. I know there is no event with double chance or anything like that, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. The one thing I wanna do, just in case, I'm gonna close the game, and I'm gonna come back and hopefully, because I want the game to know that I have Marius, you know. I've seen other people doing this. Just in case maybe the game doesn't register that I have him on my account, you know. So I wanna be safe with that. So I will close the game and I will come back to you guys. Alright, so we are back. Now, like I said, I have 35 mortal soul stones. I have 1 immortal. We could probably get another immortal, maybe 2. It depends what kind of champions we pull from the mortal soul stones. And once we're done with this pulling here for Marius, we'll see if we can we're gonna talk about the tips and tricks and give you guys a little bit of an idea on how to do stuff here, like to make it easier for you, right? I'm gonna remove everyone from here. I don't know if it works. I've seen other people doing this, and I want to try. I'm gonna put just Marius, and hopefully we get the soul for him. Let's see, where are you, Marius? I don't see you. Am I blind? Oh no, he's here. Okay. Actually, before we do that, let's actually level him up and everything, because why the hell not? Let's do this. Do I have any chickens? I think I should have some. Not really, but we can get some because I have a bunch of chickens around, so why not? Let's see, I have 1 here, 2, and I need 1 more. Let's get you. And let's see if we can upgrade the rank. Let's do let's do you because I have more brews here. All right, and upgrade the ranks. Nice. And now let's upgrade the rank of Marius. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I want you. And this, nice. Let's upgrade. Let's level him up again. Let's ascend him. Nice. I also have 7 skill books. Now he requires 9 of them, but hopefully we get another book or 2, maybe today or tomorrow, we'll see, from the clan boss. So we're missing 10% here on the debuff and 1 cooldown on his A3. Okay, that's not bad actually. We got the cooldown here and the damage on his A2, which is the most important one. But again, soon we're gonna get probably more books. I've been saving all these books so far because I knew I'm gonna get him. And yeah, we're doing all of this. Oh, actually, we have the clan boss here. Let's see, maybe we can get a book here, right? Maybe we're lucky enough. Nothing here. Nothing here. What a bullshit rewards. Okay, nothing here. I'm gonna sell all that stuff later on. Okay, so far. Okay, that's good. Oh, all right. Not bad. Not bad. I'm gonna save the keys. I want to test him in Ultra Nightmare clan boss and see how much damage he can do. So I'm not gonna do the fights now. Have a bunch of stuff here, you know. I'm saving all these primals because hopefully we're gonna have a double chance on mythical soon. So anyway, so yeah, we have we didn't book him completely. We are missing 2 books, but that's fine. Let's go back to the souls. Let's start with a 5 pulls on their own, and then we're gonna do the 10 pulls, right? And see if we can get anything. Oh, 5-star here, deal goal. Okay, I don't think I have him, and I don't think I will need him. Even though with the faction wars hard, I think I need to start saving a bunch of champions because it's getting really tough with the hard mode. I can't even do a lot of the missions. It's like almost impossible. So I might have to save some of these champions. Man, only rares, come on. Give me some legendary or even an epic. You know, a mythical would be nice. Okay, I have an epic here. So I asked for him, so the game gave it to me. All right, let's collect this. Yeah, we're going to be able to collect another 600 of this. So we're going to be able to buy another Immortal Soulstone. So let's do this. Come on. Show me something good. I shouldn't have pressed the button there. All right, so a bunch of epics here. 2-star Venom Mage, Mordecai, 4-star here. Nothing crazy, actually. Let's do one more. Come on, Marius, please. Come on, gang. Oh. Lisantia. I don't need Lisantia. I don't even have him, so. All right. Godseeker, I only have, I think, a 1-star, so that's okay. One more pull here. 6-star Skytouch Shaman. Fucking come on, Marius. No, Marius. Okay. So let's collect all of this. Let's actually sell all of this shit. I really don't need any of this. I know I said I might have to save some of them, you know, but who cares? Okay, I don't need Skytouch Shaman for sure. Sanguina. Maybe we can get enough to buy one of this one, actually. Even though I don't think so. Let's see what this will give me. How much are you worth? 350. That's not enough for this, but maybe we get some stalls, some good stuff here. All right, we have 2 of them. Let's see. Come on, Marius. Nope. 5-star Lightsworn. Okay. And a rare. Damn it. All right. If I sell you, I don't know. I don't have blood, so actually, let's sell this. I've got no souls here left. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna make more we're gonna start farming a bunch more of iron twins, so hopefully we get more souls. But do I have him? Yeah, he is on the wish list, so come on, please. This is the big stone here. 6-star Adriel. Okay, whatever. You can fuck off. I don't need you either. All right, that's fine. All right. So let's actually go to the video. I'm sure eventually I will pull the soul for Marius eventually, hopefully. But let's talk about tips and tricks, guys. Okay, I think we're already 12 minutes into the video, a little bit less. So let's start talking about this. I don't have the missions available anymore, so I can't show you guys the missions, but let's pretend the missions for Amantu are the missions for Marius, right? So what do we need to do in order to make it a little bit easier on us? First of all, let's start with the tip number 1. Plan ahead all of your missions, okay? That's very important. I can't stress enough about this. It happened to me a bunch of times that I was doing, like, let's say I was doing this mission here, and then 2-3 missions later, I was supposed to do something else, and like, for example, a Hydra battle, right? Let's pretend here you're doing like Sand Devil missions, you know, collect the oils and stuff like that. And then the game requires you 2-3 missions later, let's say here, the game requires you to do a Hydra battle. However, for that week, you already used your keys in Hydra, right? Which means when you get to this mission, you're going to have to wait another week until the Hydra resets so you can do your Hydra battle, right? So I know it's painful. I know it's arduous and you don't want to do this, but always check at least 5, 6, 7 missions ahead and see what exactly you need to do, and try to save whatever you have to do. Like, let's say if you're doing Hydra battles, some missions, they will require you to do missions in the clan, right? The clan quest. So if you already do your clan quest before the mission requires you to do it, then you're gonna have to wait another week until Tuesday when the quests are resetting. So always plan ahead, you know. It's very important to check all the missions that you have to do and try to figure out exactly when you want to do something based on where you are on the missions, right? So that would be tip number 1, which is, like I said, the most obvious one. Now, tip number 2. This is something that I don't know, maybe you can do it, maybe you can't do it. It depends if you want to spend money also. Try to save as many gems as you can, okay? At some point, you will get 2 missions that are very important. Like in the 3rd row here, let's pretend, right now we are not even, I mean, we are in the 2nd part of the Ramantu missions, but for Marius, at the 3rd part here, you will be required to farm 40 essences from the Iron Twins, and then you are required to farm 80 essences from Iron Twins. Which means, if you use only the 6 keys that you get for free, basically, you only get half the chances to farm those essences, right? Which are basically this one here. You need to farm 40 of this, and then 80 of this. So if you try to save as many gems as you can buy more keys. So you can have 12 keys instead of 6, which doubles the chances for you to get some of this. And the first one with the 40, I think it took me like 5 days of doing every day the stage 15. Now it's on the Void Affinity, but whatever the affinity is, right? I was doing them every day, and I was buying extra keys, which is 150 gems. It's not cheap. It's very expensive, which is why I'm saying try to save as many gems as you can. If you can buy them, that's fine. I actually ended up buying a bunch of them because, you know, I needed them. And yeah, try to save as many as you can so you can buy the double keys, right? So you can have 12 chances to get the essences. So that would be tip number 2. Now, another problem here is gonna be probably the artifacts, right? You will get one mission where you have to farm. I can't remember if it's 10 or 20 artifacts from any dungeon. I think it's 10, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be wrong. Maybe it's 20. I might be wrong about that. Here's the problem, right? This is a trick. I don't know if I can call it a tip or a trick. Maybe it was just pure luck for me. I have no idea. I wasn't farming stage 10. So basically, you need to, like, let's go back to the whole thing. You need to collect, again, 10 or 20 artifacts, mythical artifacts from any dungeons. Now, you can't really do Fire Knight because, Fire Knight, it's quite hard. So if you don't have a good team, it's gonna take you a long time. Ice Golem, it's another one that it depends on your team. You might have troubles to fight the Ice Golem, Plus, the gear here is not really that great, except for Curse and Provoke, maybe Reflex. That's it. The rest of them, they're pretty average, So the best dungeon to farm, it's actually Dragon, right? However, my team cannot farm stage 10 properly 100% of the time. So I was farming stage 6, which can be one of the problems that I had trying to farm these mythical artifacts, right? So I was farming stage 10. Here's the problem. What I was doing is I would come here, go on multi-battle, okay? Let's say choose here, and start multi-battles with 185, 200, whatever multi-battles I had available. And at the end, like after 100 battles, I will end up with one artifact, one mythical artifact, maybe two if I was lucky. So I ended up spending quite a lot of energy on trying to do that mission. And then I tried this. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know if it's just me, if it was pure luck or something like that. But what I ended up doing, instead of doing like 200 multi-battles or 300 or whatever, I was doing only 5. So I was doing 5 multi-battles, start them, let the game do its thing, and then once the multi-battle will be done, I would just go out of here, get back to the main thing here, to the main screen, and then go back into the dungeons. I think what happens doing this, it resets the RNG of the game, right? Or at least of the dragon. Again, because what happened after this is that whenever I was doing this strategy, where I was doing just 5 battles at the time, I was getting at least one mythical artifact every, let's say, 10 battles or something like that. Compared to the previous time when I was doing 100 multi-battles, and I only got one mythical artifact. Or 2, I think. So, again, I don't know if it's if that's how it works. I've done the same strategy for Spider Den. I first tested, I think I put like 50 multi-battles, and I ended up with one accessory, because this is going to be another one. It's probably one of the last missions where you need to get 10 mythical accessory from the spider, right? So now, granted, for the stage on the spider, I can farm stage 10 in 30 seconds, so that's okay. It didn't took that long. And stage 10 has a better rate on giving you the mythical artifacts, right? But I did the 50 battles, 50 multi battles on the spider, and I ended up with only one accessory mythical. And then I started doing again this strategy where I was doing 5 battles at a time, and I think it took me like probably half an hour to get all my 10 mythical accessories. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna call it a tip. I'm gonna call it a trick. Maybe it's just pure luck. I don't know. But try. See if it works for you. Maybe it works. We'll see. But for me, it did work for me. I ended up saving a bunch of energy. I think I started with about 9,000 energy. So I spent about 3,000 energy trying to get those 10 accessories in the last mission with the spider, right? But again, it depends probably on the luck. I don't know. It seemed to work for me. So if you want to try this trick, go for it. Now, another tip. I think this is tip number 4. I think, yeah. You will encounter a bunch of missions when we're talking about Marius. You will encounter a bunch of missions, especially in the part 3, where regarding the Cursed City. Now, this is very important to understand. Some of these missions are defeat 40 stages in Cursed City in a hard mode, defeat stage D9, stage D17, and defeat Amuse on hard difficulty. Now, one thing that I didn't know, and I found out the hard way, actually, is that, first of all, let me show you guys the stages that you need to clear. So, first of all, you need to clear 40 stages, doesn't matter which ones. But then you need to clear stage D9, which is this one, which is, it can be actually pretty hard, right? If you don't have a good champion or a blood shield ring or something like that, it's gonna take you a while. I managed to defeat him with Marshall, but only because of the what is called, of the brimstone, right? It took a while to beat him, but that's okay. Then there is stage D17, which is this one. This one can be pretty easy. It's not a big problem, actually. And obviously you need to defeat Amius on hard difficulty, right? Now, Amius itself is not that hard to beat. I've seen a bunch of people doing fights with just 2 champions. It took me a little bit to defeat him, but that's okay. This is actually the second time I managed to beat Amius forever. Like, ever since I started playing Raid and they introduced the Curse City, I only managed to beat him 2 times. And this is what I'm trying to come back now. Because the first time I beat Amius, I was so excited. I was like, oh, finally, now I can go ahead with my missions, for Marius. I managed to beat Amius. I managed to clear all these stages, the D9, the D17, all that stuff. However, what I didn't know is that whenever the Curse City resets, the missions will reset as well. Okay, so bear in mind this, guys, because it might save you a lot of time. So, for example, when we look here, for example, this mission is cleared, right? You can see the bar is full, and that's how they look when you complete these missions before you get to them. Okay, the D19, defeat Amius and stuff like that. But once the Curse City resets, this mission is not completed anymore. It looks like this one, where you have to complete it again. So what I was doing the first time I beat Amius, I thought once you beat him, that's it, it's done, right? I didn't know that with the Curse City resetting, it will reset the mission as well. So I was pulling here through my missions, trying to fight, spending energy, spending gems, a little bit of money actually as well, trying to get the missions done, because I was like, oh, okay, I want to farm. And then I realized that the Curse City resetted and my missions were gone. So all that pushing and spending resources trying to finish missions was for nothing, because then I had to redo again all the missions, defeat Amius again, do all the D19 stage, the D17 stage, the 40 stages. So if you feel like you're not gonna finish all the missions before, because Amius is the second to last. The last mission will be for you to do 30 million damage on Brutal Hydra. And the second to last, like this one, this would be the Amius mission. So if you look at the mission, you have Amius mission here where you need to defeat him, and you're all the way over here. There's no reason to push, especially if there's another week until the Curse City resets. Just go slow, take your time. Don't try not to spend a lot of resources, and take your time slowly. And when you get to the mission, you just, if you can do it, if you can beat Amius, you can then do it. If you can't, just wait for the next reset, But bear in mind again that with the reset of the Curse City, you will lose those missions if you manage to do them before you got to that mission. Right? So that's tip number 4. And I will say the tip number 5, it's regarding Live Arena. Now, Live Arena, one of the last missions will require you to win 40 times in Live Arena. One strategy that I would suggest, one tip, it's don't do any battles in Live Arena for like 2-3 weeks, maybe more, okay? So for example, let's say you are here in the missions. Before the 40 Live Arena wins, you have the mission where you have to farm the 80 essences from Iron Twins, okay? So I would say that by the time you start that mission, where you need to farm the Iron Twins for the 80 essences, stop doing any fights in Live Arena, okay? Don't do any fights. It's gonna take you like 2 weeks, like I said, probably more. Depends if you want to spend the gems. If you have the gems and you want to spend the gems, it's gonna take you like 2 weeks. If you don't spend the gems and buy the extra keys, it's gonna take you like 4 weeks maybe. So throughout all this time, just don't do any live arena battles. And the reason why I say that is because, I mean, right now, I was a little bit unlucky because we don't have the seasonal league, so I had to do them outside of the seasonal. However, what happens is that if the season starts before you get to that mission where you need to win 40 times, all the Krakens, all the whales, all the big spenders out there, all these good players out there, they will go up because they're gonna win a lot of fights. They're gonna get a lot of points. They will go up, and then you'll have better chances to win the fights. What I've done, however, because I'm outside of the season, so I was only paired with people that was in the same category as me. My win rate for this one is actually pretty low. It's like 50%, which is not great. Which means that for me to win 40 times, I had to do about 80 battles. Now, granted, I did spend a bunch of gems, probably like 1,500, something like that, a little bit more than that, just buying as many of these coins as I could, okay? I've done this in probably 3 hours or more. No, it was 2 live arena resets. So I've done it in 3 hours. I had like 37 wins. Then I had to wait the 2 hours for the reset. And then I had to do another couple of fights to get the last 3 wins. But again, I did ended up spending gems. I bought a lot of gems, like again, 1,500 gems, buying reset keys to do these fights. Now, the only reason why I did that is because I wanted to get Marius today so I can make this video for you guys, okay? If I wasn't doing this kind of videos, I probably wouldn't have done that. I would have taken my time. I still had like a week or something. What is a week? Let me see. Yeah. 1 week and 3 days until the reset of Curse City. So I had plenty of time to do my fights. I could have done it in probably 4 days, 5 days, and get and finish those 40 wins. But like I said, I wanted to get Marius today, make this video today. So which is why I pushed and I spent a lot of gems trying to get these 40 wins. But it is a pain, guys, especially if you don't have good champions. It's kind of a pain. But what saved me mostly is the first, let's say 10, maybe 15 wins. They were quite easy for me actually, because like I said, I didn't do any fights. I was downgrading actually in the points here. So I got paired for the first couple of 20 fights or something like that. I got paired with a lot of, let's say, players who are at the same level as me or even weaker than me. So I was quite lucky there, which is why I'm saying try not to do any fights in live arena. At the moment, when you start the mission with the 80 essences in Iron Twins, just stop doing any live arena fights, and this way you have a better chance to get paired with people who are at the same level as you, and maybe you get lucky enough to do this easily, right? So this was the 5 tips. Let's do a recap of these tips. Plan ahead everything, very important. Try to save as many gems as you can so you can spend on keys for Iron Twins, and maybe for live arena as well if you have enough gems, or if you buy them, you know, they might be useful in live arena as well, so you can buy some resets there as well. Be aware of the Curse City. Make sure that you know exactly when the Curse City resets, so you don't push and spend resources trying to get to that last mission, and then the Curse City reset, and maybe with the next rotation you might not be able to win the fight against Amius, you know, or it might take even longer for you to clear all the because 40 stages is like 5 days, okay, to clear 40 stages in Curse City. So be aware of that as well. Make sure you don't do any live arena battles, you know, so you can get placed in lower positions with players that are at the same level as you. And the last tip, like I said, I don't know if this one is a tip or not, but try to do the multi battles 5 at a time. It might work for you, it might not work, I don't know, but you should try and see if it works. It worked for me. Maybe it's not gonna work for you. Maybe you're not gonna be that lucky. Maybe I was lucky, but try this strategy, see if it works for you. Again, don't use all the multi battles at the same time, 100 to 200 multi battles, because the RNG maybe is not gonna be in your favor, and you're gonna end up with 1 mythical artifact out of the 200 multi battles, right? which is like what, 400 bottles basically, right? So with the super raids actually as well. So yeah, these are the 5 tips. Again, I hope they help you a little bit more. Anyway, guys, that was the video about Marius the Gallant. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna make a champion guide on him. I don't think we need to do that, but who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I will try to see what gear I can put on him. I'm probably gonna strip all the gear from all my champions, my best champions, from like Thor. I don't know if I want to strip my gear from my cat, because my cat is pretty strong, and I don't wanna get rid of this stuff, you know. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I will try to put all my best gear on Marius, because for sure Marius is gonna become the champion that I'm gonna use everywhere from now on, right? So I want to make him as strong as possible, as much crit damage, as much defense, speed, everything, you know. Make him strong, tanky. Unfortunately, we didn't get a soul for him, so that's a shame, but that's fine. In terms of blessing, I don't know what blessings I should go for. I've seen people using the crushing rend. I've seen people using cruelty. I don't know. One of these should be fine. We'll see. Probably soul reap. I've seen people using the word of fallen. Like, there's a bunch of blessings out there that you can use, but I don't know which one I should use. And the relics as well. I don't know. Maybe something with attack. Maybe like one of these malefic talon. I don't have a cat's gaze, so I don't know. Anyway, guys, that was the video about Marius, my tips and tricks. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.